welcome back. So I know that if you've been with me for a long time, then you know I said kind of when I first started my YouTube channel that I would never show my face on YouTube because it just kind of stresses me out and gives me anxiety. But after deciding that I was gonna go through with the whole gel allergy video, I kind of didn't have a choice but to do an actual video with my face, just because if I did this video the way I normally do my videos, you would just be staring at this. Because it's going to be more talking than really showing. I am going to include some pictures. I think I did like one little video clip of my thumb because my thumb got the worst. I do apologize for the noise in the background. I swear I was outside first when I first brought all my stuff out and I started to film, and then like 2 minutes in, these little brat kids came out on their four-wheelers. So here's hoping that they run out of gas soon, because I've been out here for over 40 minutes waiting for them to like have their mom call them in for dinner, and it's starting to get a little bit dark, or the sun's starting to go down. I don't want it to get dark to where you can't see anything. Gabe's inside the house playing video games, so it's even louder in there. So I'm gonna hop right into this video. The main purpose of me doing this video is not for me to come on here and say this brand, this brand, this brand is what I had the allergy to. I am not gonna name the brands that I used when I had my allergy, because for one, I do a lot of manis. Even though I discovered my allergy within, I'd say maybe 4 days, I did 2 different manis within that time. So I can't say for sure which product it was, and even if I did know what product it was that gave me the allergy, I don't want to disclose that, only because just because I had an allergy does not mean you're gonna have an allergy, and I don't want to make any brand lose business just based on the fact that I had an allergy. I don't want to scare anybody into not using a particular product, if that makes sense. So as far as that goes, I'm not gonna say what brands I used. It was several. I am gonna wait a little bit, and then I am gonna do a test and kind of do each product on a different nail, and then after that, if you want to know, maybe you can DM me and I'll tell you. But as far as putting it on YouTube, I don't really want to do that. So that's the whole purpose of this video. I want to give you guys my signs, my symptoms, what I did to treat my allergy, so maybe you guys will know what to look out for, because I don't want it to get as bad for any of you guys as it did for me. Even though I know other people have had it way, way worse. I'm actually waiting to see. I hit up a friend of mine that I know has gel allergies, and hers got really bad, and she is more than willing to send me pictures for me to include in this video. So I'm just hoping she gets them to me in time for me to include it in all of this and all that good stuff. So I asked in my Facebook group, if you're not a part of the Dip Nails by Jules little community on Facebook, I do have a group. I'll leave it linked in the description box down below. So if you want to join, you can. I'm just going to open up my iPad and go through these questions really quick. Okay, so I asked in my group if you guys had any questions pertaining to a gel allergy, just because I wanted to be able to address them all at once if possible. YouTube is kind of weird when it, well, I don't know if it's YouTube, but I don't always get the email notifications when I get a comment. So say I get like 50 comments on a video, I'll maybe get like 5 email notifications that there's a comment. I do try to go into my different videos periodically and reply to you guys the best that I can, but I just don't always see everything. So if you do ever have any questions in the future about anything, it's much easier to reach me on Facebook join the group and then find me. Private message me if you want, if you don't want it straight out there in the community. If you kind of don't care who answers, make a whole general post in the group. Everybody in there is awesome at responding really quick and helping each other out. So I got a couple of questions, not a whole lot, but I want to go through them first just so I can focus on everything else. So the first question was, how long had I used gel before developing the allergy? Thanks for the video. I'm seeing so many people developing gel allergies. It's scary. It is scary. So y'all probably know by now, I was getting my nails done at the salon for like 16 years religiously. And I kind of, for as long as I can remember, I always got gel. I didn't do builder gel just because that wasn't, even to this day, the nail salon I went to doesn't do builder gel. It's just monomer and acrylic. But I always did gel polish. I never had an issue up until, I want to say maybe 4 months ago was when I got my first allergy. It wasn't bad. I kind of noticed it right away. I popped it off. It was the top coat that time. It could have been the top coat this time. I don't know. Could have been the base. Don't know. But I popped them right off and it was like instant relief. So it never really got bad. It was just kind of itchy, and then I popped them off and soaked them in Epsom salt and warm water, and it was fine. The next question, oh, Carol said none, but thank you for doing this. Thank you for hyping me up and encouraging me to show this, because this is a lot. Jill Elizabeth asks, is there any builder gel that someone with gel allergies could use? That's the thing I would recommend for that, because unless you're going to go to a dermatologist and have them do an allergy spot test on you, which I'm actually considering doing that, just because I'm kind of to the point where I want to know exactly what it is that I'm allergic to so that I can continue to use gels and not have that issue. However, I will say that you can develop an allergy over time. I'm so sorry. Gabe came out here and was asking me about mac and cheese. So that's my life. So back to Jill's question about someone with allergies, if they can still use builder gel. Anyone can develop a gel allergy over time. It can be, I know the main one people think about when it comes to gel allergies, say it with me, HEMA. None of the products I've used have HEMA. That's a lie. The Young Nails Protein Bond has HEMA. As far as I know, I'm not allergic to that. Was that on my nails when I had my allergy? Yes. Could I have developed an allergy to it? Yes. That's why I'm kind of considering getting the spot test done, which you can do. Your dermatologist can do it, or my dermatologist actually told me I can kind of do it myself if I want to, but the problem is you would have to test like each individual gel product that you have on yourself. That was a bug. I don't like bugs. The problem with that is each gel product contains multiple ingredients, so it's still hard to know what that allergy is in the actual gel product. So if you wanted to go through with the allergy test, definitely look around, find a dermatologist that can do that kind of spot test on you to figure it out. I will say sometimes it's not necessarily the ingredient that you have the allergy to, it's the amount of the ingredient. I know that sounds weird, and I know this because I was talking to my dermatologist kind of throughout my whole allergy experience this last time. I have a really good dermatologist that I really do trust. Y'all know I have eczema, so I've gone to him so much, we're like besties. So I would recommend, if you do purchase a builder gel, and this is what I'm gonna start doing, I would recommend doing one nail. Just do one nail and go overnight, maybe 48 hours, and see how that works for you. If you don't have any signs of a gel allergy after, I'd say maybe 1, 2, even 3 days, if you're nervous about it, then you're probably safe to go about and do the rest of your nails. The weird thing for me is this last allergy that I had, it affected both hands, but not all of my nails, not all 10 fingers. So you guys are going to see that in the pictures. I really hope these kids run out of gas soon in these four-wheelers. It's so annoying. So Courtney asked, how can you tell if you have a mild allergy? Is skin peeling and flaking off a allergic reaction sign? Thinking I'm having a reaction to acetone. So she thinks she's having a reaction to acetone. I don't know if that's, I know exactly what you're talking about because I'll get it too on the rare times that I actually do soak off. I'll have like peeling in here in between my fingers. I don't soak off that much because I do builder gel. I do peel base. None of this is gel. So y'all are gonna see a lot of dip top coats. I actually bought a lot of nail polish top coats that I'm gonna test out. This is just tips and clear dip because I was finally got the okay to go ahead and do my nails again. And I was so excited, but my nails were a hot mess after this allergy. Super stubby nubbies, and I wasn't filming videos with that. So I got tips, clear dip, peel base. You guys are gonna see the video on this one because I used 2 of the colors that I mixed up in that video. I got distracted, I'm sorry. I don't know if I would say it's a reaction. I mean, maybe it could be. I don't know exactly what symptoms you're having. If it's just the flaking and peeling, I kind of just, when I'm done soaking off, I wash with Dawn, the dish soap, and warm water and one of those hard scrubby nail brushes, and that seems to take it right off. But I also have eczema too, and flakiness and skin peeling kind of goes with that. So I'm not sure if it's the acetone or my eczema or a combination of the two together, which it very well could be for me. You could ask your doctor or your dermatologist also if you have one. I'm not really sure about the acetone allergies. I think I've heard of other girls having them. You can maybe even try Googling that. I'm so sorry. I don't feel like I was very helpful for that question. So Kathy Merkel says, I don't have a problem with gel polish. I broke out horribly from polygel. To my understanding, polygel is a hybrid gel, a mix of a gel base with some kind of acrylic powder. So, I mean, you could be allergic to whatever the gel base was that's in it, or you could be allergic to the kind of acrylic that they use. I do know people get just as many acrylic allergies as they do gel, but I think when they have more of the acrylic allergies, it's more the monomer that they're having the reaction to and not so much the actual acrylic powder, if that makes sense. So Julie, I can't pronounce her last name and I'm so sorry. Julie G said, I'd love to know what ingredient it is that I'm allergic to since I know it's not HEMA. Me too, I think. And why after 20 years of getting my nails done with gel polish, why just now an allergy? I agree with that. Like, I was getting gel polish done for so long. I will say, I know that the 2 main reasons people get allergies is 1, it's touching their skin, and over time you can develop the contact dermatitis, the allergy to whatever product that is consistently touching you. That's why it is, I don't know what Gabe's doing in there. That's why it is very important to, and I always do this, you guys don't always see it on camera because I cut it out because it's just time consuming. I do always have a nail art brush, an extra gel brush that I only use when I'm doing any kind of, you know, builder gel, gel base, top coat, whatever, and always have a little cap full of rubbing alcohol, and I try my best to get it off of my skin first. My doctor actually told me that when you're doing that, it's better to use a dry brush to get it off, because you don't want to actually just be rubbing it around when you're trying to get it off. So he says it's better to use a dry brush. So I'm definitely going to switch to that. As far as you wanting to know what ingredient it is that you're allergic to, you can talk to a dermatologist and, like I said, see if they'll do that spot test for you and see if they can help you figure out what gel it is exactly that you're having the reaction to. As far as it's been 20 years and you're just now having the reaction, us DIYers, we're not trained nail techs, right? So we don't go through all of the training and everything like people at salons do, to where they know exactly, you know, they've been doing this forever, hours a day. They know exactly how to do it pretty much without it getting on your skin. However, I will say, even going to the salon, it sometimes touched my skin. It happens, but I never had a reaction when I was going to a salon. So those are the two main causes that I know of as to why people, oh, I didn't say the second one. So obviously it touching your skin too much consistently. The other one is uncured product. You can actually get a gel allergy if your product is not cured fully, which is why it is so important to use a lamp that is 48 watts or higher. I know a lot of girls say, I have a 36 watt, and when, you know, I cure my hands and they come out, it's done. It's hard when you tap them. Just because your nails are necessarily hard when it comes out of your lamp doesn't mean that that layer in between, depending on how thick your builder gel or whatever product it is, that's why it's also important to do thin layers of gel all the time, thin layers. It doesn't mean that that necessarily got cured all the way. So if you do have a 36 watt lamp, I'll leave the link to my lamp down below. It is less than 30 bucks. It's less than $20. It's a 72 watt lamp. It cures really well. I actually have multiple of my lamps. I think I have like 3 of them, because your bulbs do die out over time. So I do also recommend kind of switching out lamps every once in a while. I tend to switch mine out once, I'd say like once a year, sometimes a little bit before that. I would also read up on your lamp. Each lamp will tell you how many hours you're going to get out of all the bulbs in it. So you definitely want to keep an eye on that too, because you want to make sure all of your product is being cured properly. All right, so now I want to talk to you guys about kind of the signs, the symptoms that I experienced. Now keep in mind, throughout this whole entire video, this is my experience with the gel allergy that I had. I know a bunch of different girls who have had gel allergies, and their symptoms are not the same as what I had. So the first thing I noticed, I did my mani. It was good, it was fine. The next day I had a little bit of itchiness around the tops of my cuticles. My eczema is like so bad right now because of not being able to really use anything for a while. The itchiness was around my cuticles. With me having eczema, I'm going to share with you guys my mistakes as well, because I made a couple of them. And this is one of them. I got the itchiness, but with my eczema, if you have that, then you know that also causes itchiness too. And my eczema is dominantly on my hands, on my eyelids, my face. So I had that itchiness at kind of the same time I was having an eczema flare up. So I kind of just let it go. I kind of ignored it. I put my, my prescription eczema cream on it. And the next day it was actually better. And for the next couple days, it was better. The itching stopped. It was fine. It was about 4 days later to where I woke up the 4th day, and underneath my nail around here felt numb. Like it was numb under my thumbs. It was numb under all the fingers where I had had that itchiness before. And then I noticed I was starting to develop little bubbles. It kind of looked like my cuticle was pulling away from my nail. I'm gonna insert a photo here of a mani that I did to where you can really kind of see the allergy really starting to take effect. You can see that pulling away on my index finger. You can see that bubble start to form right about here. So that's the first picture I'm going to show you. That was the first signs I had. And even still kind of then I was like, maybe my eczema. So I did not soak mine off fast enough. It really did get away from me because I was just kind of naive and I was like, it's probably my eczema, it'll go away. So if you have that issue, even if you have eczema too and you're not sure, take that product off, because the times I've had the minor allergies before to where I've woken up, I've had that itching but my eczema wasn't flaring up, and I've popped those nails off right away. It is instant relief. Within, I'd say for me, it was within minutes, it was instant relief. But I think that with this past allergy I had, I let it go too long, and it got to the point where for mine, it kind of got a little bit worse before it got better, even after I soaked everything off. And you guys are going to see this thumb, it got bad. For me, it got bad. I know people have had worse. So this picture here is of my awareness video that I did, my most recent one. You can really kind of see where those bubbles were. I will admit it was super itchy and I scratched it. So you could really see where those bubbles were and where that damage was to my skin. You can see a little bit of the discoloration. You can see where the swelling is starting to take place. God, it's starting to get dark. So you can see where the swelling is starting to take place. At that point, after I did that mani, I took it all off because I got super nervous about it. I remember I was on a chat with my girls and I started to look at my thumb and it was starting to swell pretty bad. So I was like, I'm gonna take this off. I stayed up, I took everything off because I popped them off. And then I was like, I still don't trust it. I went ahead, I filed down as much as I could, soaked them off. And the next day, I will say, I was like, they felt a little bit better. The itching had stopped by the next morning. As soon as I soaked everything off the next morning, the itching was gone. I still had a lot of redness. Most of my fingers started to clear up pretty quick. It was mainly my thumbs that really remained the issue for me. My thumb, it definitely got worse before it got better. I'm gonna show you guys a picture right here. This is I did do a mani like the day after I soaked everything off. I was like, I'm just gonna do dip. I'm gonna do a dip top coat because me being dumb, I didn't want to lose any of the length I had on my natural nails. And then literally that same night, I was like, it's just too uncomfortable. And I took everything off and I had naked nails for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks I didn't do my nails. That's like big deal for me. I do my nails like every 2 days. So you're gonna see right here the picture I did. I used Baja Blue from iGel and Northern Lights from All Powdered Up. And if you look really closely, even though my hands kind of pose like this, you can really see that swelling around my thumb. So you've seen that picture. Now I'm going to show you later that night after I popped them off. This is what my thumb looked like. See how swollen that was? If you think that looks bad, wait till you see the next picture I'm getting ready to show you, because oh, it got worse. So this was the next night, the night after. It got even worse, even more swollen. At that point, I'm not gonna lie, I got anxiety about it. I was like, I was afraid I was gonna lose my fingernail. It was freaking me out. So I called my dermatologist. We did like a little virtual appointment. I showed him my finger, told him exactly what was going on. And he gave me a list of things to do that I could help kind of combat and make the allergy less angry at that point. And he agreed with me that It was just kind of a situation to where I waited too long and the damage was just kind of already done at that point. Okay, so that all started on like the 1st or 2nd of March, and it wasn't until over this past weekend that I finally was okayed to go ahead and do my nails again. So as you can see, all of my other nails are healed. My hands are a bit cold right now, but my thumb, I don't know if you can see, the swelling is down. It's just still a little bit red, and that's just because this thumb is gonna take, it's gonna take a little while to heal because it got quite bad, but it is looking a whole lot better. I will say towards the end of my allergy, I got a lot of skin peeling. Like, I'm gonna include a picture here so you can see it. It's kind of gross. I took a shower, and as soon as I got out of the shower, I was drying off, and skin just like peeled right off there. It was a little bit sensitive, like it usually is. Like if you get a sunburn and it peels, and it was like sunburn sensitive. But after that, it started to heal really quick. I don't have any more cuts or peeling there, and now it's just a matter of letting, sorry, I got a text from Gabe. It's just a matter of letting it continue to heal the rest of the way. So I did get the okay to do my nails. I went ahead and did my nails. I am hoping that this dip top coats with the peel base will stay on for a good amount of time so that thumb can finish up healing. As far as what I did to help my allergy, I'm gonna say it right now, this is just what I was recommended. See little clovers in the background, my little worm. This is just what I was recommended to do. If you are uncomfortable, you get super anxious about it, if yours gets really bad, speak to your doctor, your dermatologist, whoever. I am not a doctor. I do not want to tell you what to do with your allergy. I don't want you to think that these things are going to be a cure for you. Some people need, if it gets really bad, he told me some people actually need to be put on like prednisone, a steroid, to help boost that healing. But for me, I got kind of lucky. Even though my allergy lasted a while, I was able to treat it at home. So he told me to kind of rotate. It kind of sounds like I had a sprained hand or something. I rotated ice and warm water soaks with Epsom salt. I used a lot of this. I kind of rotated. 1 hour I would do Epsom salt soaks, the next hour I would do ice. And it sounds like a lot, but if you've ever had a gel allergy, you know how uncomfortable they can be. So I did not mind. All right, so as you heard, the dogs got to barking. To you it was a second ago, but the dogs got to barking. I had to get them settled down, and then when I came back out, it was dark, so I had to bring all my stuff in. It is a bit later now, so the house is quiet. I can finish my video in my nail room finally. So hopefully there won't be any more distractions. So the last thing I was talking about was what I did to treat my allergy. So like I said, I rotated the warm water and Epsom salt soaks, and then I did ice. Ice really did help with all of the swelling that I had in my thumb. Here you can actually see it a little bit better. The only reason it is red now is, like I said, I had a lot of skin peeling on that side. So that is just healing up. It does not hurt at all anymore. Not sensitive at all anymore. As far as actual products that I use to help it, he told me to use Cortizone. When he saw how swollen my finger was, his first real concern was infection, because he does see that. He's seen other people for gel allergies before, and theirs will get so bad that it will actually get infected. You can get, it's easy to get stuff like under your cuticle when it swells up that big. So he has seen a lot of gel allergies turn into infection. So at that point, we wanted to do everything to make sure that didn't happen. So he actually informed me to not use anything that contained any kind of fragrance, no essential oils or anything like that. So he told me to use Cortizone 10. It's a antihistamine so it would help with the allergy. I'm only showing you this because if you have an allergy and you go to the store looking for this, you might see the overnight treatment and think that because it's an overnight that it's going to be a bit stronger and work better. The only reason I'm going to tell you not to use this, I know mine's empty, but I use it for other things. I get a lot of bug bites around here. I'm going to cut that part out. Only reason I'm going to say not to use this one is because it's a night cream, so it does actually have, I believe it has a little bit of like melatonin and lavender. So you definitely don't want that lavender because of that fragrance. It can get in there and irritate it, which was hard for me because a lot of my eczema, you know, creams and stuff have different little tiniest bits of essential oils to kind of help calm the flare up. So it was kind of hard for me because the allergy made my eczema flare up even worse, and then I wasn't able to use anything for that either. So I used regular Cortizone 10, but I kind of mixed a little bit of allergy cream kind of in it. I did like a little half and half, which he said was fine to do. And then after I didn't need these anymore and my hands were healing, instead of using, you know, skin cream with the fragrance in it, you can get the tubs of this. I like these, the little things of the Aquaphor, just because you can kind of just rub it right on there instead of getting it all over your fingers. But for a couple of nights when, you know, I couldn't use cuticle oil because all of my cuticle oil are scented, so I used my tub of this and just used that all over. So those are the things that I used topically for my allergy. I did take some Benadryl, but I can only take Benadryl allergy medicine at nighttime because that stuff makes me tired. And I'm a mom, I have stuff to do every day. I can't sleep all day, I can't. So those are what I did to deal with my allergy and to help speed up the healing process a bit with those things. Okay, so I was actually hanging out on the sofa and I got a text from my girl. She sent me like 27 photos. So I went through and I picked out the 4 best ones that I feel would be the most helpful for you guys to really see. It's bad, it's a lot. For you guys to really see what her allergy looked like, because some of ours, they don't all look the same. Mine looked completely different from hers. I had a little bit of the bubbling, she had a lot of the bubbling. I had a lot more swelling. My thumb got really swollen. So I'm gonna insert pictures. The first 2 are gonna be like the beginning of her gel allergy. The last 2, you can really see how red, it almost looked like it caused her to have blood blisters. Like it got that bad. And it's not just the itching. Like the itching is bad, but your fingers become so incredibly sensitive and painful. Like she agreed with me, trying to touch a pillow, like something so soft as a pillow. For her, it was touching a satin sheet was painful. So imagine having that kind of pain on your fingers and you use your hands so much throughout the day, every single day. Just picking up anything is painful. Like if I would have picked this bag up, it would have been painful. I'll be honest, I did not do the dishes the whole 2 weeks I was going through this, because just picking up the sponge to wash the dishes, I couldn't do it. Poor Gabe. Gabe did all the things around here and I give him so much credit for it. It was just painful. Something as soft as a sponge to wash dishes, I couldn't do it. Washing my hands was painful because you gotta go like that. It's those little things. So it's not just itching, it's incredibly sensitive, incredibly painful. but I know none of this is pretty, so I do apologize for the not so pretty side of the nails, but I really just wanted to make sure that you guys had enough pictures, because as you can see, my allergy was totally different from hers. She had a lot more of those blisters. I really didn't have as many blisters. For me, it was the swelling. You've seen in mine how swollen my thumb got. Our allergies don't always look the same, so that's why I really wanted to show you guys allergy pictures from different people so that you could have that knowledge and that kind of visual aid, so that if you experience any of these problems, you will know what it is and to get that product off immediately. I will say, the sooner you're able to get that gel off, the better, because when I tell you it's instant relief, I am dead serious. It is instant relief. So I'm going to let you continue to watch, and I am sorry that it is not so pretty this time, but we will get back to pretty manis in my next video. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. All right, so again, those were all of the products that I used to help my gel allergy. Again, I just want to run through I'm going to run through the symptoms that I had with my allergy, because that's the part I want to stress the most. The whole point of me wanting to do this video, because I honestly didn't want to. I kind of went back and forth about whether I was going to do a gel allergy video, because my pictures aren't, I'm used to showing pretty nails on this channel, and I don't want to say I was embarrassed by them, but I didn't want to show them. And then after thinking about it, I was like, there may be other girls who will go through this, and I just want to be able to give you guys the signs and the possible symptoms, so that if you have the issue, you can get that gel off right away. Because I know the other gel allergy I had before, as soon as I noticed it, I took them off, and you guys, it was instant relief. Like within 20 minutes, it was done. So the symptoms I had, like I said, it started super itchy, and I don't mean like a normal, like a little bit of an itch to where like you filed a little bit too much and your cuticles got cut and they were starting to heal, and you get a little itchy when you're healing. This was a intense, like drive you crazy kind of itch. Mine was above my cuticles. It was under my nails. Under the nails is the worst. I'm really hoping that my friend sends me that picture, because her allergy was really under her nails. If she doesn't, I will try to describe it to you. She had bubbles. They look like blisters, even the ones that I got around my cuticles. But she got the blistering under her nails. So imagine the underneath your nails just itching like crazy. I had that a little bit, but mine was more above here. Like I said, on the fingers that I ended up with the worst allergies, they were numb. I know another friend of mine, she's had a couple of allergies, and she will actually have the numbness go up her thumb, like into her arm at some point, she has told me. I've never had that. To me, it has just been strictly numbness underneath my nails on my skin right here. It's like a numb, like when your arm or something falls asleep, it's that kind of tingly numb sensation. What else? Like I said, the blistering, the bubbles, you might get, almost looks like bubble lines where your cuticle is looking like it's pulling away from your nail. That is one of them. The inflammation is, I think, the big key. There's actually been a couple people that I've messaged because they'll post mani pictures, and to me, I'm like, oh, I hope she's not having an allergy, but she'll have inflamed cuticles. Luckily, she wasn't, but that's one of the signs. So I just want you all to really keep that in mind. I'm not saying don't use gel. I still love gel. Somebody asked me if I am planning on going back to using my builder gels and stuff like that. I do plan to be honest, because I do, hopefully, I know what works for me. I've never had an issue with the Triple D Builder Gel. So I'm hoping to be able to go back to that, just because I am still a little bit cautious though. I am gonna do, like I said, a test like I recommend for you guys. I'm just gonna do one nail and leave it for a couple of days and see how that goes. If I don't have an issue, hopefully I will be able to go back to my gels, because I love my gels so much and I do really miss them. So I would definitely keep you guys updated on that and let you know how that goes. And obviously you'd see it in videos if I go back to it. I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I'm not gonna use gel for a while, so I'm gonna do a bunch of different tests and techniques that I've done before with gel. So, and if you guys have any other ideas, please drop them in the comments and let me know. I'm gonna try out transfer foils. I've ordered some transfer foil glue, air dry. So we're gonna play around with transfer foils, no gel. I'm gonna play around with water slide decals, no gel. Stamping, no gel. I also want to test out different dip top coats, because I have always been a gel polish girl. I've never done full dip top coat tests here on my channel. So drop in the comments what your favorite dip top coat is, because I want to try out as many as possible. So I'm thinking I'll do dip top coat on one hand. I also got a bunch of regular nail polish top coats. I think I want to test those out too, because I know some girls don't like to use gel, or they have allergies to gel, but they also struggle with getting a nice shiny glossy dip top coat. Keep in mind, I'm gonna test all this stuff with peel base too. So if we can find an actual nail polish top coat that will hold on to dip with peel base, how awesome would that be? I'm not too hopeful for that, but we'll see. I'm gonna try to be hopeful. These, like I said, no gel, dip top coat on both. This hand I have double dip top coat on. This hand I have triple D dip top coat on. I for real forgot how shiny her dip top coat was until I did it. We're going on 3 days with these, and I have 2 coats of peel base on underneath. So I'm surprised. I don't have any lifting, nothing's popping off. That's pretty much it for my allergy video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I know this was super different. I never show my face here on YouTube. It makes me sweaty just thinking about it. So hopefully it is well received. Like I said, if you have any other suggestions for videos while I am on this little breakup from my gel products, definitely let me know. If you have any questions, anything you want answered, like in a serious matter right away, please message me on Facebook. I am always here. I love talking to you guys. I love answering your guys' questions. Please don't think that if I don't comment on YouTube, it's not because I'm ignoring you. Sometimes I just seriously don't see it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was different. I thank you guys so much for watching and being here. Please subscribe if you're not already. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.